Welcome once again to Musings by Danon. With Higgy Hero nearing conclusion, I felt it was appropriate to discuss titles in anime and manga, and how some are very misleading. Before we get started, please like and subscribe for more content. With the rise of web novels in the late aughts, writers had to create titles that were basically elevator pitches to get their audiences to read them. Without unique titles that gave a brief synopsis of the story, their work would have been buried in the thousands of other stories on soyotsu.com. The website called Shosasaku ni Naro, literally, Let's Become a Novelist, hosts over 800,000 novels, has over 2 million registered users, and receives over 1 billion page views every month. Many light novels and the anime they are based on started as web novels on soyotsu.com. Early on, titles like Log Horizon, The Apothecary Diaries, or Knights and Magic were good enough. However, by the late teens, you had titles like Reborn as a Vending Machine, Now I Wander the Dungeon, or Reborn to Master the Blade, From Hero King to Extraordinary Squire, or Roll Over and Die, I Will Fight for an Ordinary Life with My Love and Cursed Sword. Yes, these are real titles. So with titles like that, it's no wonder that parody titles would also begin to appear. Which brings us to the subject of today's video. Don't judge a story by its title. Higgy Hero's full title is Higgy Hero. After being rejected, I shaved and took in a high school runaway. That title doesn't sound too bad, but the premise of an adult bringing a high school girl home is shady. For those who haven't watched it, that's basically the plot of the show. A decent person brings home a young girl so she doesn't sleep on the street, and then refuses to have sex with her. He then has to deal with the social consequences of having a young girl live with him, while trying to help her deal with her dark and traumatizing past. Overall, the story has a positive tone, but it does cover several wretched and adult topics. Higgy Hero is not the only seemingly shady title out there, though. Two others that I've read and would like to recommend are My New Wife is Forcing Herself to Smile, and A Story About an Old Man Teaching Bad Things to a High School Girl. Despite their respective naughty-sounding titles, both of these manga are delightful comedies. My New Wife is Forcing Herself to Smile is a webcomic written by Matsumoto Kengo, the same author as How to Treat a Lady Knight Right. Sojiro, a samurai, is concerned that his wife, Chiyo, is always wearing a forced smile. He knows he's poor and that it was an arranged marriage, but he is trying his best to take care of her and to be a good husband. At the end of the first chapter, we see why she was wearing a forced smile. While walking together, a purse snatcher is running through the streets and yells at Chiyo to move. In a flash, Sojiro has his sword out, stopping the thief in his tracks. Keeping his wife safe, he holds his arm out protectively. Chiyo's mask slips, and we see why she's wearing a forced smile. She is head over heels in love with her new husband. We see her clutching his arm, her face blushing, and a bit of drool coming down her chin. Chiyo is extremely happy to have a husband like him. While Sojiro doesn't see them, Chiyo has been attracted to all of his good points. He is strong, handsome, courteous, honorable, and a skilled fighter. I talked about this in my harem video, but a woman wants to have someone who can protect her, especially in an era where warfare was common. Sojiro is not only kind to Chiyo, he also makes sure she is protected in a dangerous world. What more could the new wife of a samurai want? The other title, A Story About an Old Man Teaching Bad Things to a High School Girl, is another delightful series. The author, Hisakawa Haru, started the series online, but it was soon picked up for syndication. Though it starts out a little sketchy, it soon moves to something wholesome and heartwarming. Ayumu, our titular high school girl, is kneeling before a middle-aged man, seductively undressing herself and begs him to teach her bad things. The old man agrees and says he has to run off to the store. Ayumu is left behind on the couch, wondering what kind of things he's picking up. She's also second-guessing her decision. Is this really what she wants? Soon enough, the old man returns, carrying huge bags of things to help turn her into a bad girl. We've come this far already, he teases. You said you wanted to be a bad girl, right? Ayumu looks at him fearfully. He's carrying pizzas, ice cream, sodas, chips, and a new Switch console with some video games. They proceed to eat junk food and stay up late playing video games together. After a while, Ayumu starts to cry. The old man is understanding. School's been hard, hasn't it? He teaches her that it's okay to be bad sometimes. You gotta cut loose and de-stress, or the pressure will make you crack. And as far as mental health is concerned, it's better to have a night playing video games and eating junk food once in a while to help unwind, compared to what she was initially trying to achieve. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, my name is Danon. Huge shout out to my editor, Cute Stuff. I could not make these videos without her. Unfortunately, there is no official translation for either of these manga, but you can pick up copies of the Higgy Hero light novel from your favorite bookstore. Please like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you all again next time.